On the planet that you stay, there are several events that go on in our daily lives. Well, some curiosity within you must have surely pushed you to ask the question, what's going on? How does it happen? Well, leaving miracles apart, the answer to all of this question is physics. Although confined to the four walls, you have used physics every minute of your life. In fact, you sitting in front of the screen and watching us is also physics. So as we talk about physics in everyday life, here we bring to you 10 household appliances that you surely must have used during the lockdown.
Have you ever wondered what causes the heating up of the iron which we use for ironing our clothes? Well, let me tell you. The prime requirement of an iron is the uniform distribution of heat over a large surface. For this purpose, a metal which is a good conductor of heat is used as a base. Primarily, the base is coated with chromium to make it smooth and to prevent wear and tear.
Inside an electric iron, there exists a coil of high resistance covered by mica sheet and kept inside a heavy metal block. When the electric current passes through the coil, it gets heated and can be used for ironing clothes. The mica sheet is a bad conductor of electricity and a good conductor of heat. It also prevents current from entering into the metal and thus prevents the user from getting an electric shock. Moreover, mica has a very high ignition temperature and it prevents the iron from catching fire. An automatic iron consists of a thermostat which switches current off when heat exceeds the required value.
Hello guys, this is the electric geyser. So the chances are very high that you all guys have this electric geyser at your home to heat up the water. So today we will see the working of this electric geyser. So the principle on which this electric geyser is based is basically the conversion of electrical energy into the heat through the use of heating element to raise the temperature of the water through the conduction of heat to the water. So basically you all know the immersion rod is exactly the same, but only difference is between the level of the sophistication and the slight automation in the geyser.
Water electrically to set the temperature by thermostat, which is located at the bottom. Once the water reaches the set temperature, the electricity stops. When we use tap 1, immediately hot water flows to bucket and the cold water in the inlet enters the geyser. The cold water it mixes with the hot water which is stored in the geyser, and this leads to start the electricity by the thermostat. This is the working of the electric geyser.
An electric bulb consists of a filament which is made up of a metal such as tungsten, which has a very high melting point. This filament becomes hot and emits light when electric current is passed through it.
Still confused? Well, let me tell you more about the phenomena that is seen and applied in all of these appliances. So, what could be the advantages of the heating effect? Well, in appliances such as the geyser, the electrical iron or the hair dryer, these appliances intentionally use the electricity to convert the electrical energy into heat energy so as to fulfill our needs and requirements. But in the other appliances such as the mobile charger or the television set or even your electrical fan, they also become hot. But as everything comes with its own pros and cons, here too we can discover the disadvantages of the heating effect. Well, these appliances become hot due to the overusage or overcharging. The heating effect is also called the Joule heating, the ohmic heating or the resistive heating. It is a process by which the passage of an electric current through a conductor produces heat. This phenomenon was used by James Prescott Joule in the 19th century. Now, that leads me to think, how did he actually discover the phenomena? Well, he did not leap out of a bathtub during the Eureka moment. Instead, he published an abstract suggesting that the heat could be generated by an electric current. Joule immersed a length of wire in a fixed mass of water and measured the temperature of it. Due to the known current flow through the wire for a 30-minute period, by varying the current and the length of the wire, he deduced that the heat produced was proportional to the square of the current multiplied by the electrical resistance of the immersed wire. So let us understand the statement better with the help of an example. Suppose there are two bulbs, one that has been lit up for 2 hours and the other that has been lit up for 5 hours. Which one of the two do you think will be hotter? Yes, the one that has been lit up for 5 hours. This shows that more the time the bulb is lit, higher is the resistance and larger is the current passing through it, giving us H is equals to I square RT. Whew. Too much of physics? Well, now that you've learned the various application, formulae and derivative, let's solve a sum based on it. A current of 5 ampere is passed through a conductor of 12 ohm for 2 minutes. Calculate the amount of heat produced. Hi guys, if you all like the video, then do give it a like, share and subscribe to the Physics Departmental channel of St. Xavier's College. Bye.